my friends. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Becky. I work with education,
And
and
my name is Kirsten. I work in education as well.
yeah, we're going to talk with you today about the Dove of Peace, and we are going to demonstrate a Dove of Peace craft. If you have any questions as we go along, please put them in the comments, and we'll answer your questions as we can. But Kirsten, can you tell us a little bit about what about our craft? What are we doing today?
Yeah, so we are making a Dove of Peace Weathervane. If you look really closely, maybe in the video, you can see up on top of the mansion. The dove is facing the wrong way right now. They wouldn't let us up there today to turn it around. But it is a dove, and George Washington ordered a dove because he wanted to have a message of peace on top of his house, so that everybody who came to Mount Vernon would see that and see that message, know where he stood on that issue. So in order to do that, we're making our weather vane here. We're also making an easier version that's a puppet. So in order to do those things, you will need uh, some supplies. So in a few days' time, we're going to get all of this put up online. It's not there yet. But when you go on our website, you'll be able to print off the pieces that you need. You'll be able to color all of these in, cut them out, and have them ready to go. Or if you're able to come and visit us on site, we have everything put together for you in some kits. So you could come during our take-home craft time and pick up your kit and do it at home. So those are the ways to get the pieces. Some other things that you'll need that we aren't providing with you at home, of course. You'll need scissors to do this. You'll need some glue, something to color with. We've got crayons, but you can use colored pencils, markers, stickers, glitter, whatever you want to color and decorate your dove. If you're doing the popsicle stick puppet, you'll need popsicle sticks. And if you're doing the weather vane, you'll also need the pencil as well from home in order to make that work. So you ready to get started?
Yeah, this was like fun. Let's jump in.
All right, so we're going to get started on our craft. The first thing we're going to do is actually do some coloring to decorate our pieces.
That sounds like fun.
So yeah, why don't we each pick a piece to color?
It's great.
And we can get started with that.
So, what if I'm making a Dove of Peace? What color should I use for my dove?
Well, if it was me, I would use yellow or gold. That way it would match the one on Mount Vernon. But if you didn't have those colors, that's totally okay.
Awesome. Well, I guess I will start with this yellow crayon right here and get coloring.
Reach past you here and grab another one.
Yeah, I should have another.
Okay.
I'm going to guess that while making these, it's probably easier to color these first before you cut them out. Do you think that's true?
It absolutely is true. It's better to do all our coloring first because then if you don't stay in the lines, it's totally okay. You'll cut it out and nobody will know.
That's definitely what I'll probably do. I think I've already gone out of the lines a couple times.
Yeah. So if you guys are interested in doing other craft projects, we do have a lot of other things online that you can print off or follow the instructions to make and do. There's recipes and arts and crafts, all kinds of different stuff. And there's actually going to be more coming up too in the future. We'll be adding to that list all the time. So it's always good to be checking back and seeing what's there.
So Kirsten, I have a question about this craft.
Yes, of course.
I see this little branch right here. It looks like a leaf. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is?
Yes, so that is an olive branch. So on the dove, on the mansion, there is a little leaf representing an olive branch. If you get your kit here at Mount Vernon, we'll include it in the kit already cut out for you, ready to go. But if you're printing it off online, we've got it there for you. Since it's an olive branch, you might want to color it green. Again, you don't have to color it green if you don't want to. But that's what we're going to do today.
There you go.
Thank you. Yeah, then we're going to get cutting.
All right. I think this is good. I think we're prepped.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll cut out our pieces here.
Okay. One thing I find when I do crafts, it's sometimes easier to get all your supplies ready at the very beginning, do all your cutting, do all your coloring at the beginning, and then get started. And also reading the instructions all the way too.
Reading instructions is very helpful.
Yeah. Because you don't want to be surprised midway.
So the pieces that I'm cutting out are going to be used for making the puppet version of the craft. So when you get this, if you get it online and print it out, you might have some extra pieces on your paper that you don't need to use because they just aren't necessary. So you can go ahead and recycle those when you're done.
And I'm preparing everything for the Weathervane craft. So we'll show you both of them really quickly today.
Okay, so the dove cut out. We'll get started on the olive branch. If this is kind of tricky to cut out, it's not a problem, kids, if you need to grab an adult to help you with the cutting. Because sometimes the cutting can be kind of tricky to do.
Yep. As you can see, it's taking me longer to cut this out. So everybody works at different speeds, and that's just fine.
And like I said, if you come to Mount Vernon and get your kit here, some of these pieces will already be cut and ready for you to go, which makes it even easier.
Yep. I'm gonna hold mine down there. It's a little windy today, which is good for making weather vanes. I might do a shortcut on a couple of my pieces since we do have some stuff prepared.
That's okay. All right, so while Becky is finishing up cutting out the pieces for the compass for the Weathervane, I'm going to go ahead and glue the pieces on for the popsicle stick puppet version, because that is a little bit quicker to do. So the first thing we're going to do is get some glue. I'm going to put it on top of this extra paper here, that way we don't get glue on our discovery station. Put some glue right behind the dove's beak, just like that. And then you take your olive branch, you stick it in its mouth. That way it looks like the dove is carrying it. So it'll look kind of like that when you're done. So I'm going to put a little eye on mine.
That's a good idea.
So you can see where he's going. All right. And then we'll use our popsicle stick and put some glue on that. Now I find it easier to put the glue right onto the popsicle stick. It helps it stick better to the paper rather than putting the glue all over the paper. And then we'll just let it dry for a few minutes. But
that looks great.
Pretty much done.
That looks fun.
So, Becky,
right.
how's your stuff coming along?
We're coming along. I'm going to probably just kind of quickly finish cutting out this olive branch, and then we'll get started on putting together this Weathervane. This is, from what I've heard, these take have a few more steps.
They do.
In the puppet, right?
Yeah. So yeah, the Weathervane is one that we'd suggest for the older kids who would be putting this one together. But for the younger ones who still want to do something too, or perhaps people who just don't want to put a Weathervane together, we do have the easier puppet version. So you can see that's a little bit quicker to put together.
Yep. Well, can you show me what to do?
Yeah, absolutely.
Give me the steps.
All right. So everything is cut out.
Okay.
Next thing we're going to do is start getting our Weathervane pole ready. So you're going to need a pencil.
Okay. I'll take this.
Yep. You're going to take your paper clip.
Okay. So I already bent mine, but what you'll need to do, do we have a regular?
We do somewhere. I'll cover it up.
Oh, there it is. The wind is kind of shifted things. So you just take a paper clip, and this is where you'll probably want an adult to help you out. You just want to bend it straight, because this is going to be really important for your Weathervane, right?
Very important.
Cool.
This is going to be what holds everything up. If you look here at the back of the sample, you can see everything is held up by the paper clip. So it's a very important part. All right.
Great.
So you're going to stick that right inside the eraser. Now you want to use an unused pencil for this if you can. That way you have a full eraser on the top. All right. So then the next thing that we're going to put on is the compass circle.
Okay.
So
we'll use this one that's already been colored.
Yeah, we've got another one colored in already. You're going to slide that down the paper clip.
Down
so
paper
on
clip?
the top. Yes.
All right. I see the paper clip makes it a little easier to pop through. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. All right. Next, you're going to put one of the beads on the top. So we've got a couple beads in our kit here. Left them in the bag so they wouldn't get lost.
Good idea.
You're going to slide one on.
All right. I think I'll do blue first.
Yes, of course. And then we'll have our straw.
Okay.
Now, in the kit that you'll have from here at Mount Vernon, we've got a hole already put in the middle of your straw. If you're using a one from home, you won't have that. And there's one more step that you have to do with your straw. You do have to cut a couple slits just in the end. So I'll go ahead and do that for you.
Oh,
it's really nice to have a partner for this project. There are a lot of steps. Sometimes it's nice to have a second pair of hands too. All right, so that's done.
Awesome, thank you.
For your straw.
All right, so just slide that right on?
Slide it right on there.
Okay, let's see if I can get it. Sometimes it'd be a little hard. There we go, to find the hole on the top part.
Yeah, that's where if you're at home doing this with your family and you don't have to worry about social distancing as quite as much, it is possible to have a second person there to help hold things up and keep things straight for you.
Great.
All right, so then the next thing is a bead.
All right. Here we go.
All right, and then we're going to get to your dove.
Okay.
So you're going to have to glue the olive branch onto the dove. If you'd like, I'm happy to hold your weathervane for you.
Sure, thank you. Okay, so get my olive branch and my dove. And do I just glue it right on behind the beak?
Yep,
All right.
It looks like it's being covered out.
All right. I probably want it like that. There we go. Okay.
All right. You're going to need some tape as well.
Tape? Okay.
Just stick it onto the paper clip.
Wow. I'm going to guess the tape's going to hold a little better than the glue for this.
It is, yes. That's where you want to have some tape to hold the paper clip in place.
That makes sense. All right. So there we go. I just pushed. Oh, I lost my. Sometimes accidents happen when you make this, and that's okay. Yeah. So then you see on the other side, then I taped my paper clip there. So, all right. What do I do next?
Next, we're going to add the pieces of the arrow onto your straw. So we've got a little triangle and then a little, I'm not really sure what that shape would be. This piece for the back.
Awesome.
So you're going to slide those into the slit.
Perfect. There's one. And then there's the other. I should have colored both sides earlier, but if you want, you can color both sides of the arrow. All right.
And that is your double piece weathervane.
Cool. So how does the weathervane work? Like, what if I wanted to find out what direction the wind is going? What should I do?
Well, you would take it outside, and you'd have to find north. So in order to find north, you could either use a real compass, or you could use the GPS on your phone, or take a grown-up who knows which way north is, and turn and face north.
Okay. And we'll just say north is this way for demonstration purposes today.
Yeah, of course. And then the wind, if it's a windy day, will blow your straw around. So then that way, you'll know which direction the wind is coming from.
Well, that's neat. Yeah. Well, there, a little bit of wind got it.
Carmen asked, is the dove on the website?
This particular craft is not on the website yet, but it will be in the next few days. But there's a lot of information and some really nice pictures of the real dove on the website as well.
Yeah, and just like Kirsten said, we have these, if you come on site, we have these craft kits available. Usually it happens Thursday through Sunday, depends on weather, but we have other really fun kid-friendly family programs that happen here at Mount Vernon. One really exciting new program that's great for some of our early learners is a story time with Mrs. Washington. It's going to start this month in September, and it's going to happen twice a month. So you'll want to check our website. I think the first date is September 8th. And it's just a little short but sweet story time, but it's good for our little friends. But as I said, we have some fun family programs that happen Thursday through Sunday here on site. But we also have some special programs and events coming up throughout the fall. So if you want to make more of a special trip here, some of our special ones coming up that I'll highlight right now. So we have Colonial Market and Fair coming up in September 19th and 20th. It'll be out here out in the historic area, so it's a lot of fun. We have Sensory Friendly Family Morning happening on September 26th, and it is an early morning program. Information is available for that online as well. And then in October, we have Fall Harvest Family Days happening down on our farm demonstration farm site. It's on October 24th and 25th. And then Homeschool Days happens right after that on the 26th and 27th. So we'll have some special programming available for friends who are homeschooling this fall. And just check our website. We keep it very up to date. There's all the information for our special programs and events is available on there. So we'd love to see you come.
Great. Nikki says we are so excited to make our piece dove weathervane.
Great, awesome.
Yeah, we'd love to see some pictures of it too when you're done. So if you're willing, send us some pictures of it. One of the things we miss, normally when we're here, we would do crafts in the hands-on history room, but that's still closed right now. And one of the best parts about doing it there is we get to see everybody's artwork when they're done making it. And we're missing seeing that right now. We're sending all these kits home, but we're not seeing pictures of what's actually being made. So we'd love to see your pictures of them.
Oh, definitely.
And can people find you? How can people find you on the estate?
That's a great question.
Good weather, yeah.
Yeah, so if we're having a good weather day, like a day like today is not too bad, we're actually pretty much in this spot right here. So if we could take a little, maybe back up and see the cart. So you want to look for this cart right here. So there's a big flag up there with George Washington. And we're usually kind of in this spot. So we're not too far from the mansion. It's in an area called the Bowling Green. So when you come to Mount Vernon, just look for this spot. And usually the take-home crafts happen in the afternoon. So after lunchtime is when you'll probably see us out here.
And look for people who are just like I am with the white Mount Vernon shirt, red lanyard. If you're not sure where it is, they'll be able to help you out to find it.
Perfect. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. We hope to see you all soon.